Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
In the white hush of dawn, the mist is the spirit of the forest, the breath of the water worlds of Kerala. We are in Thekkady, in the Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary of Kerala, on the southwest coast of India.
Visitors queue up on the banks of Thekkady's 26 square kilometer lake to board one of the wildlife viewing boats. The lake was formed by damming the Periyar River 100 years ago. Today, the trunks of these century-old trees still stand sentinel in the wind-ruffled lake. Many become ideal tenements for birds like these nesting cormorants. After the rigors of babysitting, they are as frolicsome as children in a bathtub. Then they take on an ominous twilight zone appearance as they dry their jet black wings.
The 777 square kilometer spread of the sanctuary is also a haven for our largest deer, the samba, and their beautician birds. Samba love water, but they are a bit shy. Wild boar with punk hairdos root in the wetlands of the lake, and tortoise do belly flops for watching visitors. What luck! Bison! After a good meal, they tend to ruminate like senior executives after a corporate dinner. This white-necked stork has a rather formal look, as if he were attending an investiture ceremony.
And here, at long last, are what most tourists long to see, herds of browsing wild elephant. These herds are matriarchal, with a senior female as the leader. And then, strangely, a lone wild boar came racing out of the jungle, probably running from a hungry tiger. It sought shelter among the elephants. The presence of the tiger made the elephants wary, and they became suspicious of everyone. With an amazing burst of speed, the herd of elephants began to thunder down towards us.
Though the best wildlife viewing in Thekkady is from boats, you can also have a walk on the wild side. The Forest Department arranges jungle walks for 3 hours from 7 in the morning for small groups led by a competent guide.
Woodpeckers, wearing their hard hats, labored up a tree. A Nilgiri langur was disturbed by these diligent workmen. And a Malabar squirrel, crouched in the foliage, observed all this with suspicion. The trunk of this forest giant has been hollowed out by age and the recycling forces of nature. termites and fungus, hard at work. The amber sap of this tree solidifies on exposure and can be burnt as fragrant incense before the deities of our land.
Then, emerging from the jungle like a steed from the black clouds of heaven, an elephant lumbered, carrying visitors in elevated safety.
Visitors can come to Thekkady from the nearest airport of Madurai, 136 kilometers away in Tamil Nadu, or Cochin, 200 kilometers away. The nearest railhead is in Kottayam, 117 kilometers away.
Accommodation in the sanctuary ranges from rupees 2,875 double in a formal royal lodge through rupees 1,195 in a lakeside retreat to rupees 350 double in functional rooms. More accommodation is available outside the sanctuary. This one offers a village ambience with the comforts of a modern hotel at a tariff of rupees 1,250 double.
Tempting packets of spices and fresh tea are sold in the hamlet of Kumli. Both make excellent gifts for the folk back home.
The road from Thekkady to Kottayam winds through green estates. Farmers crouch at the base of cardamom or elaichi bushes, plucking this forest-loving spice. Coffee berries cluster and darken before they are dried. Above them, from the trunk of its tree, hangs a heavy jackfruit. Pepper vines display their pendants of pungent spice. Dried green pepper has a more delicate taste than the ripe black seed.
The road climbs higher, quilted slopes of tea stretch to the horizon. We plunge down again. And this is a chocolate fruit, the seed-bearing pod of the cocoa tree. Our road meanders through rubber estates. The white latex sap from the tap trees is collected in a coconut shell. It is then made into flat white sheets, which turn golden brown as they dry. They have a strong rubbery aroma. Our prelude to Kottayam is a roadside shrine, typical of this part of Kerala.
Kottayam is often called the Rome of the East. Its powerful and prosperous Syrian Christians trace their faith back to Christ's apostle, St. Thomas. St. Mary's Kananaya Church of Velyapalli enshrines crosses reputedly carved by the architect apostle himself. They were brought here from Kudangalore, where the saint landed in AD 52. This church, however, was built in 1550. Those were clearly integrated days when cultural emblems spanned individual faiths harmoniously.
Integrating influences can also be seen in the temple-like walls of the Cheryapalli church. It too has a metal oil lamp. The murals around its main altar, however, date back to the arrival of the Portuguese in the early 16th century.
The pride of the Syrian Christians in their 1900-year-old faith and in their community is best expressed in the ancient and colourful rites of marriage. Syrian Christian brides traditionally wear both a wedding ring and a tali, a Mangalsutra-like necklace.
Tradition and fashion go elegantly hand in hand in Kottayam. These shops spread very near the church where the wedding was celebrated.
But Kottayam is much older than 1,900 years. The Tirunakara Mahadeva temple holds shrines of great antiquity. Predating the temple, a Stone Age people could have installed this menhir almost 3,000 years ago. It now stands in the heart of busy Kottayam. Driving out of Kottayam, we noticed these Kerala gables, traditionally designed to funnel winds to cool tiled houses. "15 kilometers out of Kottayam is Kumaragam on the Vembanad Lake. To get to the lake, we sailed over a glass green backwater. On the banks of this lake is a unique hotel made of reassembled old wooden mansions, which once belonged to noble families. The only access to this hotel is by boat. Its tariff is 1,350 rupees double. Nearby is another luxury hotel, once an old colonial mansion, where rooms are available at 1,800 rupees AC double. For the same price, an unforgettable experience is offered in a moored, air-conditioned houseboat or rice boat. Relaxing in a heritage hotel, we met Sanjay and Vandana Jain from Delhi. They had this to say about Kerala.
Well, one thing is Kerala is evergreen. So that greenery is there throughout the year, really. One aspect of that is that. And secondly, the sea aspect, this is lake, of course. I think the trees, the lake, and the properties which they have developed. The people generally are very polite with you out here, Politeness could be part of the grace of life on this great tropical lake. Almost as vast as an inland sea, the Vembanad Lake was probably once a bay on the coastline of Kerala. Today, converted rice boats take visitors on a cool, relaxed, late evening cruise. We returned to the shore. A huge flight of whistling teal was a moving cloud of smoke across the dusk-lit sky. Then we sat back to enjoy the etude of sunset over the great Vembanad.
The next morning, we entered that vast network of aqualands called the backwaters. This is a very specialized environment in which all lives are governed by the slow flow of these watery highways. Children, reputedly, learn to swim before they can walk. Divers collect shells from the bed of the backwater to make lime. Ducks move in quacking flotillas, following the large leisurely rice boats. These cargo boats have become unwinding houseboats to cruise the green backwaters. We met Bob and Brent Tranter from the UK in their rice boat. They were on a 3-day Aqualand cruise in the middle of their Asian vacation. Such houseboats offer the ultimate getaways at around 3,000 rupees double with all meals.
You can see all this by boarding one of the water buses, the ferries, plying the backwaters. A good 2 to 3 hour trip is between Kottayam and Alappuzha or Alleppey.
You might even spot 100-odd former war canoe emerging from a narrow canal, fighting fit and supercharged. Such community boats compete in regattas all over Kerala during the post-harvest season. The most famous of these boat races is staged just off the canal-threaded town of Alleppey on the second Saturday of August. For those who cannot make the Nehru Trophy boat race in August, Chundan Vollam's race during the Great Elephant March, held from the 17th to the 20th of January every year. Spectators can also sit under a great Shamiana awning at the finish line to watch this spray-flying, blood-pounding competition. To share an unforgettable moment with the water warriors of Kerala, visitors take a short ride in one of these great boats.
Then we returned to Alleppey by ferry. You can also get to Alleppey by road and rail. Accommodation ranges from budget rooms at 100 rupees to reasonable luxury at 500 rupees AC double.
Alleppey is also a coir town. Bales of this coconut fibre are brought to factories where they are corded into rope, dyed, and swiftly plaited into mats. Colourful coir mats, displayed outside open-fronted shops, brighten the road into Alleppey.
This canal-threaded town begs to be explored, but we must leave it and the water worlds of Kerala. We must move deeper into the past. Through the rippled flow of myth and history, we must discover the legendary heritage trail of this mysterious land.